Why do us Vikings use longboats to get to England? Because it's too far to swim. Welcome to Cemetery Cinema. I'm your co-host, Doc Dredd.
And I'm the Mad Barbarian. We're here as the gatekeepers of this brand new movie showcase program, which will bring you horror flicks to the past, present, future, and a ton of independent movies coming up. Just like where I was on vacation, Slaughter Beach. So, how's your summer been going?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I had a staycation.
A staycation?
A staycation. I didn't go anywhere.
You didn't go anywhere?
Absolutely.
Sometimes that's the best vacation.
It was nice and quiet.
And did you get a lot of work done around the house?
I got absolutely nothing done. I watched a lot of movies.
That's the best staycation ever. Well, I went to Slaughter Beach.
And how was that?
It was a lot of fun. It rained a lot, right? And as I'm packing, I get a phone call from the boss that he wants me to do the movie Slaughter Beach, yada, yada, yada. It was a pain. But I picked up a couple presents for you.
Oh.
All right? First thing, I got you a box of these buttermints, famous from the shore.
They look delicious.
And they are delicious, right? I picked you up a can of one of the best beers I've found. And it came from down there. It's called Double Barbarian Double IPA.
Double Barbarian Double IPA?
That's right, man. I got laid when I was down there, a flower lay. And you know what, Doc? I got you laid too.
Don't tell Mrs. Dredd.
I will not tell the Mrs. Dredd.
So I wonder what the boss. I wonder what the boss dug up for us this week.
I didn't see him because I was away.
Hello again, gentlemen, and this is the boss coming to you once again from Brooklyn, New York City, the home base of the WWON Television Network. And I can happily say we dug up a film from the cemetery that's worth watching. From 20th Century Fox in 1942. It's entitled The Dying Monster. One of the great things about doing this show is that we mix a lot of B movies with the classics and soon the independent films that we present here on WWON Cemetery Cinema. This one is worth watching. It's once again one of those very strange horror films, but 1940s, you could say, reached the peak of the horror film genre. And I would have to say this film is worth watching. An all-time classic, not an all-time classic, but a classic must-see monster film for 20th Century Fox in 1942, The Undying Monster. I hope you folks enjoyed who was watching, and I hope the gentlemen, Doc and Mad D, enjoy presenting it. So long.
Hey, tonight's film, The Undying Monster. I love these old movies.
I heard it's also known as the Hammond Mystery, after the Hammond family that the movie's about.
You heard about the other branch of that family tree, right?
No.
The Hammond Eggs family. Hey, this film was set over in New York, and it was made what, 1942?
1942.
So it's classic black and white.
Man, I got to scratch my arm when I was out working in the back by the big tombstone area.
Back in the back with that big weird looking tombstone?
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Is it okay?
I don't know. I was out chasing a dog the other night and it scratched me. I don't know what the heck went on.
Yeah. Hey!
It's a little hairy scary here.
It's, what can I say? Anything could happen here in the cemetery.
I don't know.
This
You have any
is,
kibbles?
this is a Fox film, right?
Yeah, it's one of the few Fox films that were put out when they were trying to compete with Universal. One of the movies was The Hound of the Baskervilles.
And another one would have been the alligator people.
I'm telling you. Everybody tried to compete, try to get their own version out. We had the Hammer series over in Europe, right? And Fox tried to put a couple out. I know RKO did. So Fox is one of their first forays into horror films.
So, without really any further ado, let's go with that first segment of the Undying Monster.
All right, so grab the popcorn, get ready to go back to England and have a howling good time.
Oh, the kids can watch this one.
Done.
It's safe.
It's safe. Guaranteed.
I'm not sure how safe I'm going to be.
Hammond Hall, at the turn of the century, when the age-old mystery of the Hammond monster was at last revealed to all England. That mystery, which, although by 1900 had become a legend, was indeed a real tragedy and constant threat to the lives of all the seemingly doomed members of the House of Hammond.
I beg your pardon, Miss Helga. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, I must have fallen asleep. It's cold.
Yes, it's a cold night, Miss Helga. I'll put on another log.
Don't bother. It's 12 o'clock. I'm going to turn in. My brother come in yet?
Not yet. He's very late.
He and Dr. Covert probably got to puttering about the laboratory and forgot the time. Don't worry. He'll be along directly.
I was thinking those poachers might be up to their tricks on a night like this.
Come on, Alex. Long past your bedtime.
Charlie Tagbull was saying down in the village he owed Mr. Oliver one for that thrashing he gave him last week.
What does he expect? Oliver caught him setting traps. Come on, Alex. Go on, old boy. What's the matter with him?
Sometimes dogs are smarter than folks.
Oh, nonsense. He's just smart enough to prefer sleeping by the fire to the doghouse. Go on to bed now. Behave yourself. Hurry up. How big and bright the stars look tonight.
Aye, and there's frost on the ground, too. It was just such a night when Sir Magnus...
So that's what's worrying you. Don't be silly, Wharton.
I only hope Mr. Oliver doesn't take the shortcut back. That path by the edge of the cliff.
Why shouldn't he?
When stars are bright on a frosty night, beware thy bane on the rocky lane.
Sure you don't put any stock in that old legend.
It's only 20 years ago since your grandfather was killed.
Grandfather killed himself.
After he'd seen it.
That's ridiculous. There's nothing to that story about a monster.
Oh, I shall never forget that night when I found your grandfather down there on that path by the edge of the cliff. After he'd met it, so horribly mangled, and that insane look on his face.
That's absurd. A supernatural creature going about killing and sending its victims mad. People don't believe in that sort of thing nowadays.
I'm sorry to worry you, Miss Helga, but I do wish Mr. Oliver were home.
All right, if it'll ease your mind, I'll ring up and see if he's left yet. Would you please get me southbound, 236?
Hello? Hello, Helga. Oliver? No, he left not more than 2 minutes ago. Yes, he said he was going straight home. That's all right. Oh, I say, Helga, how about a ride in the morning? No, that's not professional advice. It's purely social. Fine. About 10? All right, I'll see you then. Good night.
He just left. That make you feel better?
Thank you, miss.
Good night, Wharton.
Good night, miss.
It's probably a dog caught in a trap.
That's no dog.
Something is going on down there.
Miss Hammond, it's the monster, killing Mr. Oliver most like. Horrible it were, like a dog.
Get a hold of yourself, Will.
Sounds like a lost soul.
All right, let's find out what it is.
You're not going down there.
Tell Stredick to bring the carriage round.
Yes, Miss Streddick's got 2 bays on it.
Very well, we'll have the gates open. Mrs. Wharton, fetch me a coat. Don't stand there gaping as if you'd seen a ghost.
But, Miss Helga, no Hammond ever ventures into the rocky lane on a frosty night.
You've been doing your best to persuade me my brother's ventured down there. And if he has,
Then I'll go with you.
Thanks, Wharton. But you better stay and mind the house.
Yes, miss.
Tell Stredick to bring the horses round to the front.
Yes, miss.
And get me Oliver's revolver.
Yes, miss.
Helga, please don't go out tonight.
Don't worry, Mrs. Wharton. I'm sure there's some rational explanation for all this. But if there is anything out there tonight, I'd like to get a crack at it. And I'm a jolly good shot. I'll drive them, Stredick. Get in.
But, Miss Helga.
Come on, Alex. Good boy, Alex. Maybe you can help. Get in the back. Came from along here somewhere, I'm sure.
Miss Helga, won't you please go back?
Give me a lantern.
Yes, miss. Let me have the lantern. I'll go ahead. only a rabbit.
Oh, it's a bit scary down here. Oliver! 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 Alex! What is it?
Mr. Oliver's dog.
His spaniel? Is he dead?
Horribly. His whole body is twisted and his hind legs have been... Miss Helga, now won't you go back?
Not until I find my brother. He's still alive. Thank heaven. Help me get him to the carriage.
Yes, miss.
What was that?
I don't know, miss.
Dr. Talbot's nurse.
Kate O'Malley!
Don't stand there like an owl. Go and get some brandy.
Yes, Mom.
Hello, Helga. I get into bed.
I found you in the lane on the cliff and brought you home.
In the lane? But how did... I don't remember... Yes, I do remember. I was fighting the beast got Kate. Is she...
She's still unconscious. We've done what we could for her.
Must have gone for her after I fought it off.
What was it, Oliver?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Well, Oliver, I'm glad to see you awake and talking. That's a good sign.
How's Kate?
Still in a coma. She may or may not come out of it.
But there is a chance.
Microscopic, but thanks to your quick action, still a chance. Well, you're a pretty good nurse, Helga. There's nothing left for me to do but a bit of tidying up. Now, tell me, what happened exactly?
I don't know exactly, Jeff. As I was leaving your house, I saw a glimmer of light on the pathway leading up to the cliff. So I went to investigate. I thought perhaps it might be somebody setting traps. You know, the flagpoles. But it was Kate O'Malley. She left a few minutes before I did, you remember. I offered to see her to the village, and suddenly I felt something coming at us from all sides at once.
We heard it.
Kate screamed and dropped the lantern. And it closed in on me like a blast from a furnace. And it wasn't hot, it was... It was simply horrible. Kate screamed again, and then I was fighting it. Fighting it in a darkness that went all red. All dark red, until a splash of fire split it up and put it out. That must have been when I pitched on my head. And I woke in the light and saw Helga.
You poor darling.
Helga, you're next. You're the only Hammond left besides me. If I die...
Now, wait a minute, old chap. Who said anything about dying?
The monster's never satisfied, Jeff. Unless it kills its victim or...
Now, steady, Oliver. You mustn't excite yourself.
You needn't talk as though I was a scared kid or a lunatic. I tell you, there's something horrible out there. Unless we destroy it, it'll destroy us. Both of us.
Please try to put it out of your mind now, darling. Get some sleep.
Here, drink this. Make you feel better. Poor darling. It must have been a shock for you, finding them like that.
It was awful.
I can't help feeling that I'm somehow to blame, about Kate at least. She'd been working late, and I should have seen her home, I suppose. But it's hardly a stone's throw to the village through the shortcut past your place.
Jeff, there's something beyond all this that frightens me. What is it? What is this thing that's been hanging over us for years?
The village folk will insist that the Hammond monster has returned.
But you don't believe in that superstitious rot, do you?
Usually some basis for this sort of thing.
How badly is Oliver hurt?
His wounds are deep but not serious. Fortunately, he's got excellent recuperative powers.
What about his mind?
Seems unaffected. Most anybody might be liable to forget exactly what happened after a blow like that on the head.
Haven't you any idea what sort of a creature made the wounds?
Oliver and Kate are badly mauled, but there's no distinctive mark to indicate exactly what attacked them. It could have been a ferocious dog, of course.
Those poachers have a couple of huge vicious hounds.
Now, look here, darling. Why don't you forget about this tonight and try to get some sleep? I'll run along. I'm sure by tomorrow the police will find out what it was.
What is a Viking's favorite music?
I know the answer to that one.
Ragnarok.
I'll drink to that. Okay, what do you call a vegetarian Viking? A Norwegian.
Where do Vikings keep their babies? The nursery.
I'll drink to that. Okay, what do you call a Viking who is bitten by a vampire? Nosferatu.
The Vikings say when they hang the laundry outside. Today is a good day to dry.
I'll drink to that. Did you leave the oven on?
Hi group, Chad Owens here with another Scary Stories. Okay, this one takes place back in my hometown. Well, one of my hometowns. Do you remember as a kid, your parents would always say, hey, go downstairs and grab a soda or a bottle of pop? Yeah, I know. That's when they made sodas in bottles because you could get a refund. Well, anyways, my mom and dad were having pizza and my dad said, hey, Chad, go downstairs and grab a couple of bottles of pop. So I'm like downstairs by myself. It's spooky down there, right? Because we all had those basements that were unfinished that scared the Jesus out of you. Well, anyway, he's like, look, Chad, do you want pop? I'm like, yes, go get it. So I run downstairs and I do it like the fast, like I fly down, grab the bottles, and I start coming up. I'm gonna like run right up, and all of a sudden, I'm snagged. I'm stopping. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, Dad, help me! Oh my gosh, the ghosts have got me. Zombies are gonna eat me. Help, help, help! And my dad and Mom come run over. My dad looks down and he's like, Chad,
you're stuck on a nail. Oh, he's like, he grabs the pop, and then Mom unleashes the nail, and I come up, and I'm like, you know what? I am not going down there again. That was a zombie or a ghost that snagged me. That nail was not there when I went down, so I don't know. It's kind of a funny story, actually, because we all have that experience going into the basement, right? Am I alone here, or have you experienced it too? Well, this has been another Scary Stories.
Good evening, my dear fiends. Good evening. I am Bobby Gamonster, and this is my co-host, Boris T. Buzzard, and we both host the Monster Movie Night. And you can watch it right here on WWON-TV television stations. Right, Boris? So, just check your local listings to see what times and days or nights that we'll be on. And please do check in with us because we have such wonderful films, spooky and creepy and kooky sometimes, eh, Boris? And until then, keep screaming.
Fans of horror, fun and fright, Chiller Night Theater is coming to WON Television Network. Jack Shadow features classic and not-so-classic horror and science fiction movies from the chilling days of yesteryear. So get ready to turn the lights down low, pull that blanket up around you tight, and enjoy spine-tingling chillers hosted by Jack Shadow. Check your local listings for station, day and time.
Hey, Dr. Ed here, and the Mad Dog Barian. How you like this Undying Monster so far?
I like the gothic feel of this movie, right? And just the simple fact that they did a werewolf movie. I don't know why I'm really drawn to that movie, that type of genre tonight.
They did do a werewolf movie, and you know, as long as you behave, you can have a snack.
Oh.
I'm glad I had that.
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
This movie it could be a little slow at times, and but stick with it. It's a lot of fun, and
I can tell you that this werewolf really loved the ladies.
I've done it, Bob. It works.
Really? This must be our lucky day. These tests turned out well, too.
My dear boy, all London knows that you solved the Kensington murder with your scientific test when everything else had failed, but nobody's been able to do what I've done.
And what complicated formula, Christy, have you proved?
Here, taste it.
Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, it won't hurt you.
Oh, hello, Inspector. Huh? I was about to come up and see you. We collated the final runoff tests on those bullets.
They were all fired from the same revolver. Inspector Craig, have a piece.
What is it?
Toffee, a new recipe.
Don't tell me that you've been using our laboratory equipment to make toffee. Don't mind if I do. Don't touch it.
Mr. Curtis, you may not think much of female detectives, but really, it's simply delicious. The best I've ever made. Your pans...
You used that pan?
Well, why not? if making toffee isn't scientific.
But that's the pan that I used for the hydrophobia culture, and it turned out positive.
Hydrophobia. Oh! Oh!
That'll fix her. Here, Inspector, help yourself.
No, thank you. She'll have her stomach pumped.
It serves her right. She's a good detective, but she gets restless unless something's happening that makes her blood run cold. You know, her prime passion is dabbling in the occult.
Maybe the Hammond case would interest her.
What's up, Inspector?
Nothing tangible yet, but I'd appreciate it if you'd look into it. You might solve something there with these gadgets of yours that's baffled us for a long time.
If those are orders, Inspector, I'm ready. Christy and I could do with a weekend in the country.
I think it'll take longer than a weekend, and it might turn out to be rather dangerous.
Well, if you're thinking about Christy, don't worry. She thrives on goose pimples.
Don't laugh at me, Bob. But I sometimes think that there are some things that can't be explained in the ordinary way. And I want to warn you. You'd best be prepared to cope with something perhaps supernatural.
Oh, but Inspector Craig.
I know what you're going to say. There's no such thing that from the viewpoint of science, all phenomena have a material basis.
I've never yet met a case of ghostly interference that wouldn't stand investigation.
That's why you're the man for the job.
Miss Hammond is waiting in your office, sir.
Coming. Here, read the report of the case and then come up. I want you and Christy to look the Hammond girl over.
Right.
And that's all there was to it, Inspector.
Yes, of course. You must forgive me for asking you up to London.
Naturally, but there's nothing more I can add that you don't already know.
You're sure there's nothing else you want to tell me? May I present Mr. Robert Curtis, chief of our laboratory staff, and his assistant, Miss Cornelia Christopher. This is Miss Hammond.
How do you do?
How do you do?
You don't look like the sort of girl who'd be mixed up in any trouble like this.
He said precisely the same thing to Miss Coulter, the Sashway murderess, before he sent her to the gallows.
Christy.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I didn't mean to shock you. That's just my clumsy way of assuring you that we'll find the murderer.
But there's been no murder.
No murder? Then what am I doing here?
My dear Miss Christopher, the Hammond case has been in our files for a long time. I knew your grandfather well. He was a brave and gallant soldier.
I hardly remember him. I was only a child when he...
Yes, I know, my dear. It's always been hard for me to believe that such a fine man could kill himself.
Unless he had a very good reason. Miss Hammond, Scotland Yard has no desire to pry into people's private lives. But we'd hope that you'd tell us about the monster.
A monster? Now we're getting somewhere.
There's no such thing.
But there is a legend.
Yes.
To the effect that centuries ago, one of your ancestors sold his soul to the devil and still lives in a secret room in Hammond Hall, issuing forth at intervals to make the sacrifice of a human life in order to prolong his own.
I didn't think you knew the story.
I'm sorry, Miss Hammond, to have to bring a matter which I know must be painful to you out into the open.
But we've done nothing to merit having our name dragged through a newspaper scandal.
We'll keep the investigation strictly undercover.
Then there is to be an investigation.
I'm afraid there's nothing we can do about it. That's official.
Very well, then. I'll help you all I can.
Oh, that's odd. We were thinking we were going to help you.
Thank you, but I'm sure I can take care of myself. When should we expect you?
Oh, but we're moving in with you. And I warn you, I've got an appetite like a horse. What a divinely gloomy old house.
Just the sort of place a reliable ghost would haunt.
It's one of the oldest inhabited houses in England. We're coming to the shortcut. Shall we start?
Right. I'd like to have a preliminary look around. Want to come along, Christy?
No, if you don't mind. It's much too early in the day to tax my poor brain. Be a dear and run me up to the hall, will you?
Delighted. Do you think it's wise, Helga, to go down there? After last night, I mean.
Oh, don't worry. When Bobby gets on the trail of a ghost, its haunting days are practically over. Toodaloo. See you at lunch, if not before. Golly, I'm famished. I do hope that bloodthirsty spook hasn't raided the pantry. Oliver!
Hello, Helga. I say, Helga, don't look so startled. I'm all right. I woke before the scheduled time, and even Jeff had to admit there was no necessity for my staying in bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my brother Oliver, Mr. Curtis from Scotland Yard.
Glad to see you, Mr. Curtis. Oh, it's a bit late to do anything for poor Kate.
She's...
No, she's alive, but still in a coma. Even if we find the answer to this, it won't help her much, I'm afraid.
I see the local police are already on the job.
Yes, they just got here. Not even the constable would venture out in these parts until broad daylight.
I tell you, was those plaid fools.
No, Warren, we can't jump to conclusions. We haven't found any tracks, neither of them nor their dogs.
Constable, this is Mr. Curtis.
Oh, Mr. Curtis. I've been expecting you, sir. Well, I got your wire, sir. And nothing's been disturbed.
Interesting case you have here, Constable.
I wouldn't exactly say that interesting's the word, sir.
What about those poachers, Constable?
Well, it could have been them, of course.
I'm afraid we're dealing with something more serious than a couple of poachers.
Have you examined the spaniel?
We have that, sir.
No teeth marks or other clues as to the nature of what attacked him, I suppose?
No, sir.
Strange he didn't warn you of the approach of your assailant.
I know it sounds fantastic, but is there a possibility he didn't see it?
Well, even a supernatural being would have to take on material form in order to inflict such serious injuries.
No, I think perhaps we can find an explanation for all this without calling in spooks.
Could you tear a dog that size to pieces, Constable?
Well, perhaps not. 2 men could between them.
Or perhaps a large animal.
Oh, I might say yes, but nothing that size has passed through here lately. Now, anything big enough to do a thing like this would have to leave tracks.
Oh, not necessarily. How about a big monkey? I suppose you've checked up to find out if one has escaped anywhere.
There's no shows in the vicinity, sir.
There's a zoo about 8 miles from here.
A monkey. Seems a likely notion.
It's a possibility, of course. Shall I check up on it, sir?
Can't do any harm.
Right, sir.
Who's that fellow in the velveteens?
That's Warren, Kate's fiancé. They were to have been married. Poor fellow is all broken up.
You don't really believe that ape theory?
No, but it'll give them something to play around with. Then they won't have time to worry about me.
You have any theory at all?
It's too early to form an opinion yet, but we have to figure on something with almost superhuman strength. Who tears with grasping paws and bites ferociously. Whose approach even a dog can't sense. Who comes and goes heaven knows how without leaving any tracks.
Find anything?
Nothing of any importance.
Mr. Curtis and Miss Christopher will be stopping with us a few days, Walter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you will forgive me, but I prevailed upon your butler to serve luncheon in here. So much cozier than that enormous, gloomy dining room.
I'm glad you did. Far feels good after that fog. Miss Christopher, I want you to meet my brother Oliver.
How do you do, Miss Christopher?
Why, you poor, dear boy. What a ghastly experience that must have been for you last night. Oh, come and sit by me and tell me all about it. You know, I'm awfully rude, not waiting for you. But luncheon comes for once a day, and I thought it was a pity to spoil it.
I could do with a couple of those pork sausages myself. I always make it a practice never to hunt down ghosts on an empty stomach.
You know, my dear, ghosts don't like nice warm rooms. And there doesn't seem any point in tempting that spook of yours to barge in on us while we're eating.
Don't tell me you've already decided it's here in the house.
Well, you can laugh if you want to. But there's something here. Something strange. Very strange. I can feel it.
I should have warned you. Miss Christopher suffers from an overdeveloped supercalifragilis.
A supercola what?
Feminine instinct.
Good gracious! What was that?
Door slamming, I imagine. Wind's come up.
I thought I heard someone scream.
It's probably Millie, the new maid. Her hair's been standing on end ever since last night. Maybe you better go and see Mrs. Walton.
Yes.
Millie! Oh, what's the matter with you?
The monster! It's here in the house!
Are you out of your mind?
I tell you, it's here in there! It slammed the door right in my face!
Be quiet, girl. You don't know what you're saying. There's nothing in there?
Mr. Oliver didn't see nothing last night either. I tell you, there's something in there, even if there ain't. Oh. What was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
Clanking chains. What did I tell you? Seems to be coming from the direction of the crypt.
There's a crypt in the house?
Yes, down in the cellar. Some Agnes is buried there.
Let's have a look around.
Splendid. Maybe we'll catch the ghost with his shroud down. place is colder than a tax collector's heart.
Everyone seems to be resting in peace.
By daylight, at least.
Who's the crusader?
Sir Reginald Hammond. He lived in King Richard's time. Was killed in Palestine.
Is that supposed to be the monster?
I told you there isn't any monster.
If that's a lapdog, I'm a canary bird.
Do you make anything of it?
It might be meant for anything on 4 feet. People have always bred the dog into fantastic shapes. But that's no canine tail, those round paws. It's rather curious.
Who's this beautiful specimen of manhood? Sir Oliver. Now, why would such a handsome man want to kill himself? It's a sort of junior Westminster Abbey, isn't it?
Yes, Miss Christopher. It's been the family burying place for 500 years.
Oh, Miss Hammond. You admitted that there was a legend in the family. Why not trot it out so we can all have a look at it?
I've told you everything I know.
Well, you didn't tell us about all these ancestors of yours who were killed by this so-called monster, or who killed themselves after meeting it. Why do you insist on hiding?
Now, look here, old man.
Is there by any chance a reason why you don't want this brought out in the open, Dr. Colvin?
Certainly not. I'm only thinking of Helga. She's had enough to worry her since the other night, and I see no point in upsetting her unnecessarily.
It's all right, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Miss Hammond. I don't mean to distress you,
Exactly what is it you want to know, Mr. Curtis?
Well, for one thing, what about this chap who sold his soul to the devil and is said to live in the secret room?
That's nonsense. There is a secret room
But
in the
there's
cellar.
nothing in it.
How do you know?
I've been in it.
Lately?
I say, Curtis, this isn't a court of law, you know.
The room's been untouched for centuries. We finally locked it up several years ago.
Mind if I have a look at it?
Not at all. I have the key right here. Come along.
Coming, Curtis?
Right.
They're going to the secret room. That Christopher woman suspects something.
They won't find anything.
We shall see to it that they don't.
Shh! Would you add another crime to all the others?
There are some things it's better not to know about.
I say, Alex, what are you doing here?
You rascal, you scared us.
Wait a minute. There's someone here. Someone besides us.
Thornton! What are you doing here?
I beg your pardon, sir. I didn't mean to startle you. I was on my way to the cellar to get some wine for dinner.
I wish you'd stop sneaking up on people like that. Can't you cough or sneeze or do something, let a person know you're about?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
It's just an excuse to keep an eye on me. Probably expects me to go out and hang myself at any moment.
Oliver!
Don't worry, darling. I'm much too fond of this old earth.
Creepy sort of a chap, that Walton.
He may seem odd to you, but he's really a very kind, fatherly person.
Has he been with the family long?
Oh, ever since I can remember.
He seems to have something on his mind.
It's here.
Uh-oh. There goes that old supercalifragilis again.
Be quiet, don't move. There's something in the air. Something out of the ordinary. Something very strange.
Nonsense.
It's no ghost. Or the dog would have noticed.
Your dog didn't notice anything last night either, did he?
That's right.
That's odd.
I'd say that it rather neatly disposes of the supernatural.
It does, Doctor?
I'd say so.
Well, that seems to settle it.
When stars are bright on a frosty night, beware thy bane in the rocky lane.
Pretty little ditty. Someone ought to set it to music.
Sounds like a pretty definite warning to me. Yet you ignored it last night.
To tell you the truth, I never took it very seriously.
Seems rather like flying in the face of fate in view of what happened to your ancestors.
Superstitious rot.
Well, superstitions are often based on fact.
If you want to know more about it, there's a family history in the library.
Thanks, I'll have a look at it. How long did you say it was since anyone has been in this room?
3 or 4 years at least.
You're sure?
I have the only key.
And you haven't been here recently?
Not since Helga and I came here about 3 years ago, and
When what?
we decided to lock up the room for good.
Why?
For the simple reason we never used it.
I see, and you haven't been here since.
Frankly, Mr. Curtis, I don't see the necessity for this cross-examining. If Helga and Oliver say that...
Somebody's been in this room within the last 24 hours. Those are pretty hefty footprints for a ghost.
I told you there wasn't a ghost.
Anybody could have made them. Why, they could be mine if I'd had a key to get in here. But let's see if they fit, eh? Oh, I'd say I am a clumsy ox.
Unfortunate, Doctor, that you had to pick this particular moment in which to lose your balance.
The last time I lost mine, I had one too many.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, old man. Why don't you send this fellow Curtis packing?
One doesn't send a Scotland Yard man packing, Jeff.
You needn't submit to this sort of thing, you know, this cross-examination. We still have laws that protect a person's privacy.
You don't like him, do you?
I'm afraid I don't.
Look, Jeff, you deliberately smeared those footprints. Why did you do that?
Don't you realize they might have been anybody's? Mine, Walton's, Oliver's? Why should we let this detective involve innocent people in an investigation that's entirely uncalled for?
Mr. Curtis is trying to help us. And if we can help him...
Oh, Miss Hammond!
I'll run upstairs. I want to look in on Kate.
He's pretty fond of you, isn't he?
Dr. Kovit's one of my best friends.
That undoubtedly accounts for his aversion to me.
Do you always analyze everything, Mr. Curtis?
Miss Hammond, if your brother were killed last night, you'd have become sole heir to the estate, wouldn't you?
Well, I suppose so. Why?
Then someone who knew this legend of the monster might have used it to get rid of your brother.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
With Oliver out of the way, your husband, if you had one, would control the estate.
You mean Jeff? That's absurd.
Perhaps. But why should a man of his ability bury himself way up here in this little village, instead of practicing in London where he belongs?
Maybe you better ask him that.
Oh, Doctor. I wanted to get that book Mr. Hammond mentioned. Do you happen to know where it is?
Why, yes, in this bookcase, I believe. That's curious. Used to be right here. I've seen it often.
Looks like somebody else is interested in the history of the Hammond family, eh?
I may be mistaken. I thought it was there. Perhaps you better look around.
Or perhaps that's just one more thing I'm not supposed to know about. I remember now. You practiced in London a couple of years ago. Specialized in nervous diseases. Yes, that's it. You're a brain specialist.
I've had some little success in that line, yes.
Why did you leave London?
Now, look here, I resent your attitude. My affairs happen to be my own business. And I'll thank you to bear that in mind.
Sorry, Doctor. But whether you believe it or not, I'm trying to help Miss Hammond and her brother. And I have a feeling they'll need help.
The best way you can help them is to go back to London.
Dr. Covert, I'll make a deal with you. You tell me frankly what you know about all this, and I'll drop out.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Have you any objection to telling me where you were last night?
I was in my laboratory.
I see.
I talked with Helga on the telephone not 2 minutes before.
That's true, Mr. Curtis.
Are you positive it was only 2 minutes, Miss Hammond? Things happened pretty thick and fast about that time, you know. You could have miscalculated.
Walton was right in the room with me. He'll verify it.
I expect he would.
Dr. Covert, come quick. It's Miss Kate.
The girl's dying?
I'm afraid so, sir. Mr. Curtis, there's one thing I feel you ought to know.
Yes?
The other night, Mr. Oliver and Miss Kate were mauled and scratched as if by some wild beast. That wasn't everything.
Go on.
You know that Miss Kate hasn't come out of it. But she isn't just unconscious. It's as if she was, well, paralyzed or drugged.
Dr. Cover tell you this?
No. I could tell by the look of her. I know about such things. But if you don't mind, sir, I'd rather you didn't tell anyone.
I won't unless I have to, Mrs. Walton. And thanks.
Today, students, we're going to start off with some friendly songs. Just sing along with me. If you go down in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever was is gathering there together because today is the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Maybe you want a different one. Let's go with this song. Ready? Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark, baby shark doo. Mean old shark doo 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 doo, mean old shark doo. Angry shark. Now, how about this one? I know you'll know this one, kids. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels. Let's try something else.
Dear William, it is with the deepest regret. The end came very quickly.
We have all gathered here today to lay to rest the remains of our brother Joseph.
Never been back since I left in 1957.
Your father, he was a great man.
When will he be home? Well, it seems that he's doing something very secret.
Now is the right time. Probably my only time.
I have sold.
Sold all this? Money doesn't mean anything when you're in love.
These vows are to be broken only by death.
I am so lucky to have you by my side, and I will love and cherish you for the rest of my life.
Let him go, they're gone! No! We must move on with our lives. But you do promise that I'll see you again, don't you?
Saving countless Allied lives and making this country and everyone in it safer.
Jenny and I were up at Old Trail number 3. David's gone missing.
How can that be? He cannot walk yet.
We left him with Shayla for a second, and when we came back, he was gone.
You say no tracks, no footprints, no visible signs of humans in the area.
It was like he just vanished into thin air. I'm going over to the Chiefs. He's gonna help organize a search party. I want you there in 20 minutes. We all know that strange things happen in this forest. We've had missing campers and hikers. Unfortunately, some of those people are still missing, but some of them we have found. Hopefully today's one of those days and we find my son David safe and unharmed.
Right now, we're here to reopen a cold case of some 22 missing persons in the area.
What brought on the reinvestigation?
All of you go back to town and pray in your own way that I find something.
This number of people going missing is hardly a coincidence.
Hey, welcome back to Cemetery Cinema. I'm here with the wolf bark, the wolf. You know, that whole wolf blade thing has a whole different meaning now. So,
what's the problem?
No problem.
Good.
It's okay. I hope you got your shots. This is the doc right here, Mad Dog Burying. So the Undying Monster was released under the Hammond Mystery, and it was directed and written by Willie Hayward and Michael Jacoby, and is based on a novel by Jesse Douglas Curlin from 1922 of the same name, The Hammond Mystery. It stars John Howard and Heather Angel, and focuses on a series of deaths within a wealthy Hammond family. It's like an ancestral curse.
I'm telling you about curses. Well, the writer Willie Hayward began her movie career as a writer for films, silent films, and continued into the 70s, where she wrote more than 70 films and TV shows, including the Disney film The Shaggy Dog, which is perfect, the Mickey Mouse Club, and Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color. The director, John Abram, was a German film and television director. His films include The Little Monster, The Lodger, Hangover Square, The Locket, The Basher, The Bloom, and a 3D horror movie, The Mad Magician.
Starring Vincent Price.
Oh man, that was a great movie.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really dug that. Pardon. The actors were James Ellison, right, who was born as James Ellison Smith. He was an American film actor who was in near 70 movies between 32 and 62, mostly in westerns, but he was Hopalong Cassidy's sidekick, and he was in Cecil B. DeMille's The Plainsman. If you were in a Cecil B. DeMille movie, right, you made it.
You hit the big time.
Hit the big time. And then also Heather Grace Angel, right? She was a British actress. She was providing the voice of Mrs. Darling, Wendy's mother, in Peter Pan, and Alice's sister in Wonderland. She also starred in classics like The Hound of Baskervilles, The Three Musketeers, The Informer, and The Last of the Mohicans.
There was a sequel to that.
What was it called?
The Very Last of the Mohicans.
It's like Kiss's tour. This is our farewell tour, number 7. Well, looks like most of the cast were stars, so this movie actually has a lot going for it. And I like it.
It does. The scenes, the scenery, the sets. There's horses. It was really sad what happened to the dog.
Tony, good thing it wasn't a John Wick movie.
Okay, we'll be right back with some more fun facts and dog treats. Settle down there, Kibble.
Hey my peeps, Chad Owens here with another Scary Stories. Okay, this one's a weird one. Takes place in bed. Now, most of us, when we're in bed sleeping, we roll around. We push the covers off, and then when we wake up, we have no knowledge of doing this, right? So I'm in bed, covers on, I'm going to sleep. I wake up like around 3:30 or so, and I am in the most awkward position I have ever been in. My head is against the pillow. My butt is sitting up. It's like I'm like in a prone ishtic position. My butt is like all the way towards the ceiling, and I'm like, how in the heck did I get into this position? So I'm like, what the heck's going on? Well, anyways, I straighten out, get back down, lay down, and then a little while later, I don't know, I wake up and I feel like somebody is sleeping next to me. I'm like, what the heck? Did I hook up with somebody last night? I look over, nope, it's just me. And I felt like I was cuddling with somebody. So I don't know, it's really weird. Have any of you experienced something like this? If so, let me know. Thank you. Scary Stories.
From all I can gather about this wretched spook, you're not going to find it under that glass.
I'm not sure this wretched spook, as you call it, was responsible for what happened.
Neither am I. What about that doctor? He smeared up those footprints deliberately, didn't he?
Don't tell me you had to rely on your feminine instinct to arrive at that brilliant conclusion.
He knows more about all this than he's telling.
That's the trouble. They all do.
The girl, too?
All of them.
Oh, dear, and here at last I thought you were casting sheep's eyes at a pretty girl.
Well, that doesn't prevent me from knowing she's hiding something.
Whatever can it be?
I've got an idea, but I need proof.
Would this interest you?
I don't know. Looks like a tuft of hair.
The dog's?
I don't think so. It's too coarse. But what do you make of this?
Oh, it looks like a scrap torn from a muffler.
That's what I made of it.
Whose do you suppose?
That, my pet, is for you to find out.
Do you mean to say that I've got to steal every woolen scarf in the neighborhood?
And without anyone catching you at it.
A fine detective you're making me. Turning me into the thief.
Good work, Walton.
I wasn't aware.
That you were being watched? You did a very thorough job, Walton. You needn't look so guilty, you know. You'd make a very poor accomplice.
Accomplice?
Come now, out with it. What were you burning?
Waste paper. We always burn it.
In this room? That won't do. You went out of your way to burn something that you wanted to get rid of. You chose this room because you thought you wouldn't be seen.
Yes.
It wasn't waste paper at all, was it, Walton?
No, sir.
It was something you didn't want me to find because you thought it might incriminate you.
That's not true, sir. It was... I'm sorry, sir, but I can't say.
You realize this puts you in a very serious position. Walton, I'm sure that you've given long years of service to the Hammonds. I know that you'd do anything in the world to help them. Why won't you let me help them?
Mr. Curtis, leave Hammond Hall. Go back to London. Before it's too late.
Too late? What are you keeping from me?
There are some things that are beyond the understanding of us who live on this earth. You are not safe here. Miss Christopher's in danger, too. Won't you go back?
I'm sorry, Walton, but we've a job to do here, and I mean to see it through.
Very good, sir. No one can say I didn't warn you.
Don't tell me you're doubling for the monster.
Well, I don't know anything about the monster.
You surely didn't come here to say your prayers.
I don't see as it's any of your business.
You and Walton happen to be the only two members of the household beside Miss Hammond who were up and above when the attack occurred.
Mr. Curtis, I don't know anything about the monster. I swear I don't.
You better tell me what you're up to, Strettig. Oh, so that's what those ghost chains are all about.
tell you, it ain't got nothing to do with the monster.
But it does have something to do with your being in the forest last night.
Is she?
Yes, he's gone. Body will have to remain here till the police complete their investigation. We'd better tell the others.
Helga, what is it?
Kate's dead.
I did everything I could for her. She never regained consciousness. We'll have to make a report to the constable, Helga. There'll be an inquest, you know.
Poor kid, why did it have to happen to her? I tried to save her from it. I battled with all my strength. Should have put up a better fight.
You mustn't blame yourself, Oliver.
I have the most awful premonition. I'm sure it will strike again.
Let me advise the witnesses that they are under oath, and that it is their duty to give the coroner's jury all facts pertaining to this case. Gentlemen of the jury, your verdict as to the cause of the death of the deceased, Kate O'Malley, is to decide the future course of action in this case by His Majesty's government. Your judgment will be guided by the testimony of the witnesses. And I wish to impress upon all witnesses that perjury in connection with an official coroner's inquest is punishable to the full extent of the law. In the event of the jury rendering a verdict of murder, any witness withholding vital information or giving false testimony will be regarded as an accessory to the crime. Now, will you take the stand, please? Your name?
Charlie Clagpool.
The constable report states that you and your brother Tom were unlawfully setting traps when the fight in which you received a broken arm occurred.
We was in the woods, all right. We didn't kill Kate O'Malley. We was nowhere near her and Mr. Hammond.
You've not been accused of that. Is it true that on several previous occasions you had words with Mr. Hammond?
That's right. What about it?
That will be all. Mr. Streddy, take the stand.
Yes, sir.
Did you see the Clagpools on the night of the crime?
I suppose I did.
Can't you be sure whether you did or not?
Yes, I'm sure.
What were you doing in the woods at that time?
I was setting traps.
Stredick.
Oh, that's impossible.
I'm sorry, sir. I needed the money, I did.
Why didn't you tell us?
I couldn't. I'd been gambling. I had to cover my losses somehow. I hid the chains in the chapel.
Oh, dear. There go my lovely ghost chains.
As the attending physician, then, you would say the cause of death was due to precisely what?
Concussion of the brain and severe hemorrhage.
May I ask the witness a question?
Of course, if the witness has no objection.
None at all.
Dr. Kovic, were there any contributing circumstances other than those you just mentioned?
I don't know exactly what you mean.
The deceased was in a comatose condition all the time prior to her death?
Yes, she never regained consciousness.
Could this have been caused by anything else besides a blow in the head?
From a medical viewpoint, that's possible, but hardly probable. My examination...
I'm not questioning the competence of your examination, Doctor. I want to know if Kate O'Malley had been drugged.
Definitely not.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all I wanted to know.
Have you reached a verdict, gentlemen?
Yes, sir. It is the opinion of this coroner's jury that Kate O'Malley died of injuries sustained during an attack by a person or persons unknown, or by a large savage animal, species unknown.
There you are, Bob. That's the verdict that's always been given in these Hammond cases. What do you think?
I think I'll be able to prove it's murder.
Curtis, we can't touch the body.
What body?
Kate O'Malley's.
Those villagers are a superstitious lot. They're convinced that there's something supernatural about it and they won't budge.
But I've got to get a blood specimen.
Kate O'Malley's parents have a legal right to refuse permission for an autopsy. But perhaps Dr. Covert...
No, not a chance. He ascribed death to normal conditions. Well, maybe it was a blind alley anyway. However, here's something that will interest you. Will you draw those blinds?
Yes.
We traced down a bit of cloth to a missing scarf, Oliver Hammond's. I've a hunch that Walton destroyed it.
Walton? Why?
That's what we're going to find out. Now, what did I do with that bit of cloth?
Well, here it is.
Oh, yes. First, we take a sample of the thread. Then we incinerate it, thus. Place it in this tube. Withdraw the air because the nitrogen and oxygen in air interferes with the desired light bands of the spectrum. Now we'll find out if this came from the same muffler that Walton destroyed.
But if Walton destroyed...
Science doesn't recognize total destruction. You can change the form of matter, but you can't actually destroy it. You see those thick groupings of lines at the left end?
Mm-hmm.
That indicates that the wool was dyed with one of the coal tar dyes of the paramino complex.
Do you mean it's an unusual sort of dye?
Precisely. The phenolin dye is unstable and hard to handle. That's why its use is generally avoided. Actually, it's toxic, poisonous.
Is that why you asked if that poor girl had been drugged?
On the contrary, I'm positive this has no relationship with Kate O'Malley's condition. I'm only trying to prove that this bit of cloth was torn from Oliver's muffler. This contains a sample of the substance that Walton burned.
They're identical.
Then it was Oliver's muffler that Walton burned.
Yes.
I've seen that look of yours before, young man. I'm willing to wager that you've about got your man.
I'm not convinced it is a man.
A woman? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
It could have been a wolf.
Now listen. There have been no wolves running wild in England since the Middle Ages.
That's what stops me. But what do you make of this? I found this during my first investigation at the scene of the crime.
Obviously the hair of a large animal. A dog, perhaps.
All right. Get the spectrum slide of wolf's hair out of my case while I mount this. That shows the spectrum analysis of wolf's hair. And here's the one I found.
It's incredible.
Well, Inspector, that blows up your spook theory.
What's happened?
It was sealed in this tube in vacuum. It just couldn't vanish in vacuum.
Where's the rest of it?
That's gone too.
It was here a moment ago. It seemed to disappear when the light struck it.
Perhaps there are still some things in this world that science hasn't found out about.
It is the most dangerous secret weapon in the world. Cyclone, the ultimate weapon on two wheels. A genius created it.
Rick was involved in a very important military project.
Everyone is after it.
I'm told you have something I want.
Only one woman controls it. Cyclone. Starring Heather Thomas and Martin Landau. Cyclone. Prepare for the ride of your life. It'll blow you away. Cyclone, the ultimate team of woman and machine.
welcome back to Cemetery. Cameras rolling, Dolby. The Mad Dolby.
I was thirsty. Come on.
Yeah, this undying monster is so full of atmosphere. I just love the secret rooms and the stone sculptures. And
I'm really liking the whole mystery. We don't know who the killer is, what it is, or why, and yet it's really, really good for a monster movie. And you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I do like the crypt scene with the dragon-looking dog thing by the night. That was really cool.
That was cool. You feeling okay? Good boy. Good boy. You need to go out?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was quick. You found a trait.
I'm not crypt trained yet.
Not yet. As the Mad Dogby said, this is a mystery primarily, and we don't know what the curse really entails. If it is a monster, if it's, it could be just somebody who's angry. or mad.
So, I really like the whole werewolf thing. Kind of comes home to me.
Yeah, I can see that. You really, oh boy.
What's the whole genre of werewolves? I don't understand that.
I don't either. I don't know how that happens.
We can call in. We have a professor on retainer. Professor Dr. Fallows of Newman University. Doc, can you explain this to us?
So we're here today to talk about werewolves, right? So, starting just with the wiki page, you can see that for a while people actually believed these were real, just like with vampirism. You got a really cool woodcut of, see, Wikipedia has awesome stuff. I don't really care what people say about it. There we go. From like 1512, you got this thing, this wolf man taking a baby, right? Some like head over here, kind of looks like Michael Myers, right? This whole town's been ravaged by this guy. What's actually interesting to me about that picture, let me bring it back up, is this guy doesn't look like he transformed into a wolf, and there's actually a mental illness called lycanthropy, right? A mental disorder in which the patient believes that he's a wolf or some other non-human animal, undoubtedly stimulated by the once widespread superstition that lycanthropy is a supernatural condition in which men actually assume the physical form werewolves or other animals. The delusion has been most likely to occur among people who believe in reincarnation and the transmigration of souls, right? So it's kind of interesting to me that maybe that was going on in this 1500s, and this guy actually thinks he's a werewolf, but he's not, right? So it could have been that, but for the legends, right, you got everything you need right here in this paragraph. An individual who can shapeshift into a wolf, right, and in modern film, a therianthropic hybrid wolf-like creature, either purposely or after being placed under a curse or affliction, with the transformations occurring on the night of a full moon, right? Early sources of the ability or affliction, called lycanthropy, are Petronius from 27 to 66 after death, and Gervais of Tilbury, 1150 to 1228. So, right, it's widespread concept in European folklore. There's a lot of things that go into it, similar to vampirism, where, you get bit and you become a werewolf. There's other elements to it as well, such as there's not just werewolves, there's werecat, right? It's a very similar situation with the idea of someone who becomes some sort of cat, or right, the skinwalker, shapeshifter, right? Sometimes they can be a domestic cat, a tiger, a lion, a leopard, a lynx, right? Things of that nature. I've even in the video game Skyrim have seen werebears, right? And in D&D apparently. But yeah, humanoid forms that were often large, heavily muscled, or covered in hair, right? I have werebear. All these turning into like fearsome animals are it's a pretty fun topic. So I hope you all enjoy the film. I hope this was informative, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, that was really cool. Now I know a little bit more about lycanthropy and the whole werewolf legend.
It's nice to have your very own creepy professor on retainer.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, the man. Okay, so guys, if you want to watch more of us on WON-TV, just stop by the WON website.
The website's right there. Or if you have a Roku, you can go to Streaming on a Budget and click on that Streaming on a Budget, and then featured channels will pop up, and click on that featured channel thing, and then right away you'll see the 48 and the red logo. Click that, that will take you to WON-TV. Has anybody scratched your belly lately?
I don't think Mrs. Dredd would like that.
I don't think Mrs. Dredd would like that either.
I know Helga would either.
Okay. All right, back to the film?
Back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
Everyone gone to bed, Walton?
Oh, yes, sir. Some time ago.
Mr. Curtis come back from London yet?
Not yet, sir. Miss Christopher said he would arrive on the lake train.
Oh.
It's another bitter cold night, sir.
Yes.
You're not going out, sir.
Why not?
There's frost on the ground.
Nonsense, Walton. I'm only going down to see if the gate's locked.
Oh, but, sir...
Stop worrying, Walton. I shan't go near the rocks. I've no wish to precipitate another tragedy.
Hello, Doctor. Come on in.
What the devil are you up to?
Forgive me, old man, for breaking in this way. I had to make a blood test. There wasn't time to run down to my lab at Scotland Yard, so I took the liberty of availing myself of yours.
Could have shot you.
You could have, but you wouldn't.
You're pretty sure of yourself, aren't you, Geddes?
Sure enough of myself to know that the blood in this tube contains cobra venom extract.
Really? That's interesting. Whose blood is it?
Kate O'Malley's.
What are you driving at?
Quite a coincidence that this tube of yours should also contain cobra venom.
And what can that prove?
One of two things. Either you injected the cobra venom into Kate O'Malley's veins, or you deliberately withheld the information that venom was in the system at the coroner's inquest.
There was no reason for mentioning it. Had no bearing on the case. She didn't die from the venom.
But you did inject it into her veins.
No.
It could have gotten there through the scratches of whatever it was that clawed her.
Possible.
That's not only possible, but that's what happened. And you know what the monster is.
Yes.
You've known all along. Well, aren't you going to tell me?
I can't. It's not my secret.
Good heavens, man. There's been one murder. There's liable to be others. It came from the direction of Hammond Hall.
You were the monster. Quick! I saw it. It's got Helga.
What?
Yes.
Mr. Cuddy sent for us. You must have missed him. Doctor, come on! afraid you're too late, Doctor.
God rest his soul.
Amen.
From a medical point of view, it was a rare case.
You would hope to cure him, wasn't that it?
I've been working on the theory that the shock of the cobra venom would eventually straighten out the dreadful kink in his brain.
Which he had inherited from his ancestors.
Precisely.
Didn't he suspect that he was a victim of lycanthropy?
No. In cases like this, the patient was never known. He thought he had a nervous affliction.
In the Middle Ages, they called such men werewolves, didn't they?
No, Christy.
No, she's quite right. You could put that in the report. It was a form of mania that caused his victim to imagine, consciously or subconsciously, that he was a werewolf. That book telling the history of the family had a hint in it.
Oh, so you were the one who stole it.
Yes, I'd hope to keep you from finding out.
That their ancestors were balmy.
Well, let us say, rather, that their ancestors handed it down from father to son throughout the ages. It appeared only in the men of the family, and only when the victim was out on a frosty night. They guarded the secret very carefully.
But the butler knew about it.
We know that now. That's why he burned Oliver's scarf. It had been torn to shreds by his dog. He was afraid we'd learn the truth, knowing that a faithful dog never attacks its own master.
Oh.
You know, Doctor, there were times when we were about to put the handcuffs on you.
Yes, I had to take that risk. Well, I'll be running along now to see how Helga is. You have all the information you need?
Thank you, Doctor. My report is complete.
Goodbye.
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 Quite a fellow.
Oh, my goodness.
Now what?
I just happened to think. I was sleeping in the next room the night that wolfman grabbed his sister. What if he grabbed me?
Don't worry, Christy. Wolves will never bother you.
You've entered the WON Cartoon Starcade.
Once on a midsummer day, all the mice and birds of the fields gathered together in celebration. A year had passed, and not a single cat had prowled the countryside to disturb their peace and security. What fiend of darkness haunts this place? It's Frankenstein's cat. is needed. Help is needed. The monster is on the loose again. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Can this be the champion of the helpless? Why, it's Mighty Mouse!
What did you do with the boy? So you won't talk, eh?
Mighty Mouse, the champion!
And now, these messages.
Hey folks, Chad Owens back again. Scary stories. This one takes place in high school with some of my friends and a Ouija board. Yeah, no, hold on. No, it's not that scary yet. Okay, so myself and Brian and let's see, Nick and Robbie and I think Joe is there. Maybe not. We're all hanging out in the basement and we're using the Ouija board, asking it questions. It's what you do, right? So Brian and I decide to ask a question. There are these two twins at our high school, Charlene and Darlene. So we were like, hey, will we go out with Charlene and Darlene? And it came back and said yes. So we're like, woohoo! All right, we are going to go out with the two beautiful twins. They weren't fraternal, or they were. They weren't like me and Bunny. They looked, well, no, they didn't. Okay, well, anyway, so, all right, so we had fun. That was it. Turn the lights on. Boom, we're done. About a week later, we end up going on a date with Charlene and Darlene. Yes, I had Darlene, or no, I had Charlene. Brian had Darlene. Anyways, so what's the scary part of this? I don't know. The fact that we actually got to go on a date, or that they had to go out with us. I don't know. You decide. Another Scary Stories.
And now, back to the Cartoon Starcade.
One fine day in May, a group of little field mice were making merry at a picnic in the meadow. Suddenly, a fierce storm broke loose. Bravely they struggled against the wind and rain as they vainly sought shelter. Look, there's a house, cried one little mouse. What a strange old house. Why, it's the former home of the famous Dr. Jekyll. Indeed, it is a hard house to rent. Inside, we see Dr. Jekyll's study and the very laboratory in which the monster Mr. Hyde was created. No one has ever passed through this door. Not even the doctor's cat. Well, company, said the cat. He hadn't seen a mouse in years. Come in. You must be cold and hungry. At first, the little mice did not trust him, but soon he won their confidence. Furious. The mice were too much for him. Suddenly, he looked around. The doctor's laboratory. He remembered the doctor's experiment. Why not? He cried. Wait! Stop! Don't be a fiend, you foul fiend, you! The monster's heart with fear. What does he see in the sky? Why, it's Mighty Mouse! Into the setting sun flies the champion of mice and men. What a mouse!
And now, this message.
Hi guys, Chad Owens here for another Scary Stories. This one comes from way back when I was stationed in the Army at Fort Polk, Louisiana. I had a buddy there, and he was really into the dark side. I mean, really into the dark side. I mean, he dressed in black. He worshipped a certain person. Well, anyways, he knew that I had just done a haunted house off base, and it was a blast. And no, actually, it was on base. Well, anyway, he knew I had a Ouija board, so he's like, "Hey, do you think we could do some Ouija board stuff?" So I was like, "No problem." So went back to his room, turned off all the lights, turned off all the air. We had some candles lit, and we started to use the Ouija board. Of course, you know, he started to ask it some rather unusual questions, and suffice to say, he asked if the ghost in the room was a certain spirit, and pop, there was a huge bang, and then the candle was flickering like crazy, and it was just like, oh my God. And he kept asking, am I in the presence of, you know, and it just got weirder and weirder and weirder. Well, eventually, he was like, okay, we're done. And we turned the lights on, and blew out the candle, and you know, I went my way. 3 weeks later, I came back, and I happened to run into him. Completely changed his life. He no longer worshipped the certain person. He was clean cut now, removed all his piercings, and he was now ultra religious. So I'm guessing that experience scared the you-know-what out of him. Scary story.
You know, I'm a sucker for happy endings.
Telling you, that was a great movie.
I really liked how they wrapped that up. The story, they wrapped it all up.
I had a howling good time.
It was a good time.
It was a little rough at the end.
Is it a full moon out? It's not like a wet dog.
I am a wet dog.
Okay.
One of the things I liked about this movie a lot was they used black and white, and they used the shadows as part of the movie to make it even creepier. That's something that you don't get today with color movies, because they had to make the best of what they had with what they had back then.
Yeah, the shadows, the atmosphere, the fog on the moors, the black and white photography with, you know, barren trees. There's something about black and white that's just so much atmosphere. I love it.
Yes. Oh man. Because I got a thing for werewolf movies now. I don't know why.
You want to rate this, Bill?
Well, I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to give it 4
out of 5 tombstones.
4 out of 5 tombstones.
4 out of 5 tombstones.
It was that good.
That's a good rating. You know, I'm in agreement. So I'd probably get up just like half a tombstone. You know, like 4.5. I love the old black and white film. 4.5 tombstones out of 5 for me. Really enjoyed this one.
Hey, I kind of wish that this movie was included with all the other werewolves and the werewolves drama. All right, I've only seen this once, and this was on, I believe, Dr. Shop way back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it actually, I'm glad that I got the chance to see it again, and I wish that when there's other werewolf movies on, this can be included with.
Yeah, this one is kind of rare. You don't see this one too much. You see a lot of the Wolfman with Lon Chaney, and, you know, of course there was a whole slew in the 80s, you know, The Howling and
The Howling.
Dog Soldiers. There are a lot of werewolf movies, but this is a classic werewolf.
There's actually a werewolf movie that we're going to get later in the year. It's called 12 to Midnight. It's an independent movie. You guys are going to love it. Hopefully we're going to have that at the end of the year or beginning of the year. but it's another independent movie, werewolf movie, but it's a werewolf cop movie. It's really, really good. You guys will enjoy it.
That sounds really cool.
It is.
You know, and while you're here with us, don't forget to look us up on our socials. At Mad Barbarian. It'll take you to his X, to his Facebook, his YouTube, his just everything. It all pops up. Instagram. And you can also check me out. Hashtag Dr. Dread Reviews. And I'm always on Facebook. Look for me there, Facebook, our Facebook group, Dr. Dread Scary Stuff, and my YouTube channel.
And we just got an email that popped in from Little Eddie Haran from Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio?
Akron, Ohio. He must be watching the movie now because he's asking, what is Dr. Dread wearing on his head now?
Oh, it's a bobby hat.
It's a bobby hat.
It's a bobby hat.
Bobby?
It's a bobby hat.
Bobby?
Yes, bobby hat.
What's a bobby hat?
It's Bobby's hat.
Is it bobbing on your head?
It's bobbing on my head. Bobby hats. It's like the equivalent of a police officer over there in Europe, but they don't carry guns. They just carry a stick.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be great. Can I fetch the stick?
You can fetch the stick. Oh, boy.
Well, guys, as you're watching this movie, just remember that WON-48 is carrying football, high school football, Strathaven football, which plays a ton of teams in a place we call Delco, right? They're going to play teams like Ridley. They're going to play teams like Interborough. Now, what's Interborough? It's actually a high school in the middle of a bunch of boroughs that they intersect. Okay? Then they play Springfield. All these other great nationally ranked high school teams. So if we get bumped on a Friday, that's the reason it has that Strathaven football. And let me tell you, if we're put on another night, we will let you know. We will, trust me, look on Facebook, you'll see it. You'll see this smiling face and this guy's smiling face, and we'll let you know what we've moved to. Most of the time, it'll probably be the Saturday nights. We'll be up against the immortal Sven Gooley, and we will crush it like a bug.
Against Sven Gooley.
Against Sven Gooley.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. He's also going to be gone when we come on Saturday nights. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If we get 1/100th of his audience, I'll be happy.
I'll watch us.
Yeah, I'll watch us. You don't want to watch the grandfather. You want to watch the grandkids of horror. That's us. So, Doc.
Well, fun movie this week. We hope you join us next week. Remember, as always, patience. And I'm going to look for a remedy for whatever he has going on here.
I wonder where the wolf blade is. I'm sure they'll cure it.
You mean the wolf blade?
The wolf blade. You can lift the wolf blade?
The wolf blade that you pulled out of the concrete in Darby Creek?
I pulled it out of the concrete in Darby Creek, and I held it up in the air. And I heard a lady saying that you are now the king of the Tri-Darby Kingdom. Unite the kingdom, he said. She said. Oh my gosh. The wolf blade. Thank you, good doctor.
I'm glad I could help.
I could use a shave.
You look a little hairy.
See you next week.
Next week. Keep it
on
creepy.
Cemetery Cinema. Keep it creepy. Why do I want to drink out of a bowl?